I took a brand new Shopify store to $15,000 a day in just 10 days. Here's how you can get started with dropshipping right now. Hey everyone, my name's Eddie and I've been doing e-commerce for a few years now. And a lot of people ask me how to get started with dropshipping, how to run Facebook ads, how to find the product that sells. So that's what I'm going to be covering in this video based on a poll that I just put up on my Instagram account. So let's get started. Since we're going to be using Facebook ads to drive traffic to our website, we're going to be looking for products in the Facebook ads library. So here you just want to look for ads in the country that you're going to target. The main country that I would normally do is the United States. All ads. And then you just have to think, what do other people put in their ads? What do I see in other ads in terms of ad copy? So most of the time it's their offer. So that's what we're going to be looking for. This is what dropshippers do. You kind of want to find out the dropshippers that do really good, because that's what you want to do, right? So you make sure that the ad has been active recently. So this is May, June. Here we go. Let's say in the last 2 days it's active. You want to be looking for videos. Images are just going to be a bunch of spammy stuff, as you can see. And you want it to be in English, of course. And we apply the filters, and then it's just going to load up a ton of ads here. And you just have to scroll for them. So this is quite a lengthy process, maybe, until you find something. But what you want to be looking for is people that run a lot of ads, because that means that they're spending a lot of money on them. And most likely, unless they're crazy, they're making some money in return. So this, for example, has 174 ads. So that's a crazy amount of ads to run. So most likely this product is working. You'll never know for sure without testing it, but what you want to do is go to their website and kind of see what's going on. Now, what I do when I look for products is exactly this, but I keep scrolling until I find multiple websites that run a lot of ads, and then at the end just kind of pick what's most likely to work. So this, for example, 37 ads, that's also quite promising. So I would open that and I just keep going and keep finding websites until I have I don't know, about 5, 7, whatever to pick from. So let's just say that we've done this for an hour or two and we found multiple websites, and we look at this and we're like, okay, I think this could be the one. So let me just do some research on it, right? So what is this 3-in-1 charger? The website doesn't look too good, so that's one of the signs that you want to look for. Someone that's selling a product with a shitty website, that means that you can definitely do better than them. You can definitely make it work. What you want to do is find that product on AliExpress at first, just to kind of get an idea of what the price it is that it's going for. And it looks like it goes for 20 something right here. Seems to be kind of the same thing, just different color. So you just want to look into the product a little bit, see kind of what it would cost you to sell it, and get an idea of what you would need to do to make it work. So this, I think, is literally the exact same product that these people are running. You even get the video is not the best really, but there's some content that you could use in your ads, a few clips from here and a few clips from other places. So this looks pretty good, and it costs $18, right? They're selling it for $65, so that's a more than 3x markup. So that's what you want to be looking for. You want to be looking for something that you can mark up quite a bit and have a good profit margin on it, because Facebook ads are getting more expensive. They're a little more difficult, so you want to make sure that you get good room to spend. So after that, what you want to do is obviously start ads, which we're going to be talking about in a second, but you just make sure that you know where to buy from. So either you ship it from AliExpress, which is not the best, but if you're a beginner, it's okay to start like that. Or if you already have an agent, you have some connections in China, ideally they find it in a good quality version and ship it for you. But if you're a beginner, you can just start with AliExpress or CJ Dropshipping or other crappy dropshipping apps. I don't really like them myself, but that's how I started, and it would work for you just the same way. Hey, so I just wanted to speak a little more on the way that you should be thinking when you look for a product. So don't just pick something that you think will work. You need to try to look for something that could solve a problem for someone, or could improve their quality of life, improve their confidence, or something that has more of a wow effect, someone that will catch someone's attention and be like, whoa, I want to have that. So you take that logic and you combine it with data. such as what I will show you or have showed you already. In the ads library, you look at your competitors, you try to analyze and see whether they would whether they're spending a lot on ads, whether they're selling a lot. So you take data and combine it with this logic, and that will help you have a better success rate when it comes to finding products that sell a lot. And that's exactly what I've been doing so far, and it's been working like crazy for me. I mean, most of the products that I test are working pretty well, such as the one on this store right here. Right now, it's a few hours past the middle of the day, and it's already at $16,000 in sales. That's exactly what I've done. I was thinking, will this product solve someone's problem? Will it make it better for them in some way? Does it have sales for my competitors? How did they price it? All that. I just analyzed. Then I was like, okay, I'm ready to test it. And I did it and it worked. But another thing that's very important that I want you to understand is that for me to get to the point where I found the perfect way to, the perfect blueprint to test everything and make it work, it took a lot of time. So when you start testing, you don't need to be thinking that, oh, I need to make this work, and then if it doesn't work, then it's done for me. You know, you will go through a ton of products that don't work, and that's completely fine. I've done the exact same thing for ages, countless products that didn't work. That's how it was for me a few years ago when I started. But the only thing that matters is that as soon as something doesn't work, no problem. Don't even blink. Just test another product. Go on to the next one. Just keep going until you find that one that helps you not make money necessarily, because that should not be the main goal at first. This is the long-term goal, obviously making money, but the goal at first is to acquire knowledge, to be able to replicate success multiple times and have consistency, right? So what you want to do is just keep testing until you find that one product that works, and then you milk that product of knowledge, not money. So you take that product and you learn, okay, how can I test creatives with it? Now, how can I scale with this, you know? And you learn on the back of that product which sells well and has demand. And that's what will build a lot of knowledge for you to be able to replicate that success. So that should be your mindset. That's what my mindset was when I started and I failed a million times. That should be your mindset. And eventually, naturally, money will come, success will come. So I hope that helps you, and let's get back into the video. The other thing that people wanted me to talk about was how to start ads for a product, how to test it, and how to validate it, see if it works. So I'm going to show you exactly what I do to run products just like this. And I'm just going to refresh the page here just so that it reloads and everybody sees that this is real. It's not some screenshot or something. This is one of the stores that I have. I have multiple. This store is on New York time zone, so it's just 12 in New York. It's just half the day, so it's gonna go crazy very soon. This is how I started testing this product, right? So you just click create ad, choose conversions. You never need anything else. You just want to convert people on your website, obviously. So here you just call your campaign prospecting. You're looking for prospects, right? And in this case, it's what is it? 3-in-1 charger. I'm just going to call the campaign 3, I'm not charging, whatever. It's no big deal, doesn't really matter. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to go on to create the ad sets. So I'm not going to show you how I edit videos and all that, because that will make the video insanely long. But what I'm going to show you is how I structure the test, and I'm going to tell you how many ads you need and all that. So we just go down here. You make sure to install your pixel. If you don't know how to do that, you can just Google it, no big deal. Then you select your pixel and optimize for purchases, nothing else. Now I would start them at $20 a day and schedule them for the next day. So that's tomorrow, 12 a.m. 5th. Here we go. Then when it comes to targeting, you just make sure to choose people living this location. You don't want people that are traveling to these locations. And I normally start with the top 5 countries. So that's United States, and then Canada, UK, Australia, and New Zealand. So that's what I put in there. I'm not going to fill them in right now. Ages, always as broad as possible. Genders, as broad as possible, unless you're selling, I don't know, women's nail polish or something. You just keep it that way. For the interests, you just want to find interests that are related to whatever you're selling. So here I'd go with charger. Probably find some stuff in here. For example, battery charger, that sounds pretty good. So we're gonna go with that, and once we select an interest, we just quickly go back up here and call the ad set battery charger, whatever you chose. So don't overthink this. This is extremely simple. Just go with related stuff. You don't need to do it to make it the most accurate or whatever. Just pick related interest. That's exactly what I do. And then exclude. You want to exclude people that are interested in like AliExpress or drop shipping or stuff like that. Amazon. I don't generally exclude Amazon because that's like everybody on the planet, but something like this will do good. It's not the most important thing. And then automatic placements you can do. What I do is manual and just remove these two. They haven't been too profitable for me, and that's literally how you create your first ad set. So before you publish it, of course you put your ads in there and all that, but that's for another video. After that, I just click duplicate and then do like 7 copies or something like that. And what you want to do is take them each one by one. And so for example, this first one, and then you go down here to the interest, which is the only thing that you want to change. And you just click suggestions, mobile phone accessories. That's literally what I do. You don't need to think. You don't need to use your brain too much here. You just do this, and I guarantee to you it works. That's literally what I do every single time. This is a process that takes me like 10 minutes and I'm ready to go. So that's what you do for all the rest of these ad sets, and you schedule them for tomorrow. So on this store, that's exactly what I've done. I'm going to show you that I started the store on the 23rd. Actually, I started running ads. I'm just going to click a random date before that up to the 1st, and as you can see right here, there was no traffic, no sales, nothing coming to the website. Same here until the 23rd, which is when I started ads for one of the products that I'm running on this store. So just to show you, that's what I've done right here. This is the ad account where I've done it, and on the 23rd I started running ads. You can see on the 22nd there was no spend on the account. As soon as it loads, it'll show that 0 spend right here. Hopefully it's visible on the screen. And then on the 23rd I started running ads, and I did literally the exact same thing. I'm going to, there we go, narrow them by spend, and I created literally 8 ads, just like I told you. You don't need to do 8, you can do 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. It doesn't really matter. That's literally what I did. Each one of them had an interest in them. So that's how you do it. Now Facebook doesn't track your sales. It barely tracks any of mine, so that's why it's not showing any conversion value here. But if you look here, this is how I started, and these are the sales they brought me. So $289, $290, and I've spent that day $160 almost. So that was profitable for this product. I'm not looking for crazy profit when I start testing a product. All I wanted to do is just show me some promise. I don't care if I'm losing a bit of money, but if I see some traction, I'm going to keep going with it. Now this one was profitable the first day, so I was very happy to see that. And from that point on, I just kept scaling just a little bit. Basically, this is not a scaling video. I can create a separate video for scaling, but what I've done is the next day I looked at what assets got sales. How did I do that without tracking them? You just insert UTMs in inside ads. If you want to know how to do that, just let me know on Instagram. I'll put my name on the screen here somewhere, and you can basically track your sales in the Shopify dashboard. So I basically looked at the ad sets that did good, and I just duplicated multiple other interest suggestions for those ad sets and killed the ones that showed no promise at all and brought no sales or didn't even have checkout. So that's what I've done for the next few days, and then I started scaling a little more. As you can see, there's a pretty big jump here on the 28th. So that's when I started scaling little by little, and as you can see, sales were almost doubling every day, and then they went absolutely crazy on here. This store, I mean, I still run it to this day. As you can see, it's still working right here. Literally just yesterday again was another scaling day for me. I ran it up to $24,000 in a bit, and it was extremely profitable. Now, just for transparency on this store, I've done exactly what I've told you. but I tested 3 products at once. So I started with that product at first. These are the ad accounts I used. I started with that product at first, and then like in 2 days or so I started testing another product, and then in another day or so I started testing another product. So it's a total of 3, and these are the ad accounts that I've used, as you can see. And you don't need to do this. You just need to find one product, especially if you're a beginner. Even if you're advanced, you don't need to work yourself like crazy like I've done. I haven't slept those days at all, but that's what I've done. I just started testing multiple products, and to my surprise, every single one of them worked profitably. And I ended up scaling pretty much all of them. This one not as much, as you can see, but based on how they worked, I just kept spending on them. So that's what I've done. Now, if you want me to talk about scaling a little more, or you have any other questions about what I've said so far, you can just write them down in the comments. Let me know what you want me to talk about. If you want me to explain anything a little bit more in depth, I'm happy to do that. Hopefully this gave you enough information to get started, and thank you very much for watching.